Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Reedsville Eastern High School here in Meigs County for tonight's YouTube media broadcast. It is the Caldwell Redskins at the Eastern Eagles. I'm Rick Ash, along with our camera person, Jerica, and our producer tonight is Corbin Wilbur. Alrighty, let's look at the starting lineup for Caldwell, coming in at 4-3, 3-1 in the leg. Batting first and pitching will be Cameron Sidwell. Batting second and playing center field, Kyler Starr. Playing shortstop and batting third, Isaac Kuhl. Playing first base and batting fourth, Gyler Preston. Batting fifth and playing third base, Lucas Baker. Batting sixth and playing second base, Jake Laswell. The designated hitter in the seventh spot for the third baseman, Wyatt Clark, it will be Kel Holt. He'll be the DH in the seventh spot. In the eighth spot, Jonah Morocco, the right fielder. And batting ninth, the left fielder, Silas Kane. For the Eastern Eagles, and they're coming in at 7-3 overall, 5-0 in the league. Batting first and playing shortstop, Ethan Edwards. Batting second and playing second base, Parker Durst. Batting third and playing center field, Hunter Needs. The cleanup hitter in the fourth spot, the catcher, Caleb Abner. Playing first, wearing number 19 and batting fifth, Blaze Gilmore. In the sixth hole, the left fielder, number 13, Lane Atha. Pitching tonight in the seventh spot, number 8, Trey Mugridge. Batting in the eighth spot, the right fielder, number 6, Clayton Moore. And in the ninth spot, number 21, Trace Barnett. He's the designated hitter for the third baseman, number 2, Dawson King. Also, that may see some action tonight. Number 9, Braxton Yonker. Number 5, Jordan Lawrence. Bryson Schuler wears number 12. Bradley Dillon, 30. And Colin Coleman wearing number 32. For Caldwell, they have two substitutes on the list. Number 14, Connor Barnes, and number 15, Parker Neff. All right, let's take a look at the Eastern defense. We'll begin with the third baseman, Dawson King. At shortstop, Ethan Edwards. The second baseman, Parker Durst. At first base, Blaze Gilmore. Around the outfield, in left field, Lane Atha. The center fielder, Hunter Needs. Number 16 in right field will be Clayton Moore. The catcher, Caleb Abner. And on the mound tonight for the Eagles, it will be Trey Mugridge. For Caldwell, as we go around the infield, at third base, Lucas Baker. Isaac Kuhl, the shortstop. Jake Laswell, the second baseman. Gyler Preston at first base. Around the outfield and left field, Silas Gain. In center field, Kyler Starr. And Jonah Morocco, the right fielder. Catching tonight will be number 8, Wyatt Clark. And on the mound tonight, number 1, Cameron Sidwell. And their extra players would include, I already mentioned those, Connor Barnes and Parker Neff. So as we look at the seasons thus far for both teams, Eastern last night coming off a win at Southern, and that was a 14-3 win. And we'd like to remind everybody that we're not able to do any games at Southern this year on their new fields, as they did not get a power supply to the field. There's no power at either the girls' field or the boys' field. We do have 3 games lined up on the road. One of those will be a softball game at Wahama, and then Southern at Eastern, and then Southern at Meigs later in the season. So those are the 3, and then try to get them during the postseason play if that is possible. So as we said, Eastern coming in at 7-3. They're coming off. Let's go back to the beginning of the season where they defeated Alexander, and then a 5-4 win over Waterford, a 25-1 win over Federal Hocking. They lost to West Jefferson. That was on the road, and that was a 9-1 loss. 13-2 loss to Lynchburg Clay, and then they get back on the winning track. 4-1 over Belpre. 2-0 over Trimble. They go to Mason, and what a great ball game that was. That was a 92.1 radio game, and that was a 9-8 loss. And we'll pause now for the national anthem. All right, welcome back tonight. Total Media YouTube at the Eastern Eagles here in Meigs County and taking on the Caldwell Redskins. And as we were mentioning, our radio game at 92.1 was really a good ball game. That was at Wahama. Wahama wins it in the bottom of the seventh, 9-8. And then Eastern coming back with two really good wins here in their last two outings. 23-2 over Fairfield Leesburg, and a 14-3 win last night at Southern up on the new field. As we said before, we cannot do any games there. They do not have any power. All right, for Caldwell, the Redskins coming in at 4-3, 3-1 in their conference, and they had a nice win at Warren, 4-1, and then come back and defeat Wheeling Central Catholic 3-2 in 8 innings. So that's a great win right there. Then a 2-1 loss to Hannibal River, and then a 6-2 win over Shenandoah, a 7-3 loss to Independence. That's I believe that game was at Muskingum University. A loss to Fort Fry, and then a win over Monroe Central, and that would have been last night. So the Redskins coming in at 4-3 and 3-1 in their conference. And as we said, Eastern coming in at 7-3 and 5-0 in the conference. So we'll get our papers put up, and we're about ready to go here from Eastern High School here along Route 7 here in Meigs County. We also live stream for Eastern Pike, so I want to make sure there's no confusion there for listeners. Had over our last Meigs baseball game, we had 543 viewers, so we thank you for that. Muggeridge on the pitch, and the first batter will be the pitcher for the Caldwell Redskins. It's Cameron Sidwell. So he fouls that one off, and we're ready to go. And as all of our ball games have been very windy, and let's see which way it's going tonight. It's kind of blowing in a little bit. Scoring the bunt, taking a high strike, and now no balls and 2 strikes. That one across the letters. Kyler Starr on deck, and he'll be followed by Isaac Cool. Muggeridge from the stretch. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that one just missed the ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cameron Sidwell. Trey Muggeridge comes to set, and here's the pitch, and that one foul of the play as Sidwell's choking up and just protecting the plate. Top of the first inning, Caldwell at Reedsville Eastern here along Route 7 here in Meigs County. Eagles off to a great start at 7-3, 5-0 in the league. And that one, Muggeridge is high with that pitch, so that runs the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. No score, first batter of the ball game here in the top of the first inning. Muggeridge from the stretch and the pitch. And that goes for a ball. So now the count is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Muggeridge checks his pitch. And here we go. That one fouled out of play also as Sidwell battling Muggeridge. Count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Leadoff man for the Redskins. It's Cameron Sidwell. Kyler Starr on deck, and in the hole is Isaac Cool. Sidwell, Starr, and Cool, 1, 2, 3 for the Redskins. Here's the pitch, and that's that high strike. So the other ones were a little bit lower than that were called balls, and that is a backwards K right there. Caught him looking. That'll bring up the center fielder batting second, Kyler Starr. Isaac Cool on deck, the shortstop. Starr stepping in. He is a left-handed batter. And he's looking down the third base way, gets his signal, and Muggeridge ready to go. Looking from the stretch, swing and a miss. A real nice cut there by Kyler Starr. And he swings right through a Muggeridge fastball. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the first inning. You're listening and watching Total Media Sports YouTube. That one just misses a ball. Thank our sponsors, Home National Bank, Morris Auto Repair, Top Tier Customs, Workman Monuments, and Ohio Valley Bank. Thank you so much for helping us bring our listeners high school baseball. And that's going to miss low. So 2 balls and 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Our producer tonight is Corbin Wilbur. All right, now he steps off, does Muggeridge, as he is evidently getting the calls in from the coach. And here's the 2-1 pitch. And that curveball had to have missed outside. Those were the balls that were strikes on Sidwell. Just a little outside. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Kyler Starr. Here's the pitch. Curveball misses outside, and he walked him. So our first base on balls of the evening. That'll bring up the shortstop, number 10, Isaac Cool, with Gyler Preston, the first baseman, on deck. No score in the ball game, 1 out, and the runner at first base. Starr with a good leadoff, swing and a miss by Cool. Preston on deck, then Lucas Baker in the 5 spot. Top of the first inning, no score. Runner goes, throw down by Abner, not in time, and it gets into center field where Hunter needs. Good hustle there by Ethan Edwards diving for the ball, or that was Parker Durst, I think. So good hustle nonetheless. And that will go as a stolen base for Kyler Starr. So he now resides at second base. Nobody out. Isaac Cool at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. So a diving attempt to keep that ball from going in the center field. It did, but Hunter needs hustling in. Got it back in, and the Starr had to hold at second base. All right, back in is Isaac Cool. And Muggeridge waiting. Get his signal, and he's ready to go. Coming set. Here's the pitch. And that's a called strike, catching the inside part of the plate. Kyler Preston on deck. Isaac Cool at the plate. And there's a line shot in the left field, a base hit. Picked up out there by Lane Atha. And it's going to be cut off. I believe the runner is going to be able to get, and that goes out of play. So that's a base hit. That's an E7, and it goes out of play, so it allows Starr to score. And of course, it goes out of play, so the award is actually first and second, so he's where he's supposed to be. As he threw the ball prior to Batter reaching first. Edwards, and he got him. Nice play, Ethan Edwards. A 6-3 put out. And he fielded that ball behind second base, as you saw there, and made a great throw over to Blaze Gilmore to get Gyler Preston. That'll bring up number 6, the 5-hole hitter, and the third baseman, Lucas Baker. So Muggeridge trying to get out of this little jam here. The throw actually that went into the dugout. The runner would have scored on that ground out anyway. But it does allow Isaac Kuhl to make his way all the way to third base. All right, here's the pitch. Ground ball to Edwards at short on the second hop. Fires over to Gilmore, and he got him another 6-3 put out. So for the Redskins, they get 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 error, and there was 1 left on. And after a half inning of play, it's Caldwell 1, Eastern Eagles coming to bat. You're listening, watching to Total Media YouTube.
This list is going to take forever.
At Home National Bank, we take the stress out of a busy day.
Well, I better get started.
With our detailed online and mobile banking, we can save you time for the important things you need to do. Visit any of our locations at Racine, Syracuse, Middleport, coming soon to Ravenswood, West Virginia.
Go to bank. Got that done. Now that was easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Home National Bank. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's also FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
Is your car acting up? Don't stress. Bring it to Morris Auto Repair in Wilkesville. We offer free diagnostics, affordable prices, and even payment plans to help get you back on the road. Local shop, honest service, great prices. Call 740-517-2269 today.
Ohio Valley Bank President Larry.
All right, welcome back to Eastern High School as we go into the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Ethan Edwards, the shortstop, Parker Durst, the second baseman, and center fielder Hunter Needs batting in the 3 spot. So Edwards, Durst, and Needs. And, of course, Caldwell got 1 run. I'm back here, Terry. Terry Ringer behind the plate tonight. Doing a great job as always. All right, Ethan Edwards steps in. And Cameron Sidwell for a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike as Ethan Edwards takes a quick look at Sidwell's fastball. That one misses down a ball. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Ethan Edwards. Caldwell leads at 1-0. And that's going to be a ball also. 2 balls and 1 strike to Ethan Edwards. Parker Durst on desk. And that catches the outside part of the plate. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A nice pitch there by Cameron Sidwell as he paints the outside part of the plate. And the 2-2 delivery is fouled out of play by Edwards. And we want to note once again that our Wahama radio broadcast that Ethan that evening reached a milestone of 100 career hits. And he since has added to that total, and he takes that one for a called strike. So a backwards K for Sidwell. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Parker Durst. Hunter Needs on deck. Parker wears number 3, batting in the 2 spot. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. There's a 2-hopper to Laswell. Laswell over to Preston, and a 4-3 put out. And quickly there are 2 out here in the bottom of the first inning. That'll bring up Hunter Needs, the center fielder, followed by Caleb Abner, the catcher, with 2 out here in the bottom of the first inning. This is a Total Media Sports YouTube production. Called strike on the outside corner again. Underneath the lefty facing the righty, Cameron Sidwell. And a swing and a miss on a nice breaking pitch. So no balls and 2 strikes. 2 out here in the bottom of the first. Sidwell. Here's the pitch. And framed up, but way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hunter Needs, the lefty. Sidwell ready to go already. And a swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. So he strikes 2 out of 3 batters. So Edwards, Durst, and Needs go down 1, 2, 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on.
Miller.
And after 1 completing a play, it's Caldwell 1 and Eastern 0. We'll be right back after these messages.
Ohio Valley Bank President Larry Miller.
I started working at Ohio Valley Bank 36 years ago, and it truly is a family atmosphere. It's more than just the bottom line numbers. It's about the people. Woody Hayes is famous for saying you win with people, and that's exactly right. People are the difference maker, and I'm proud to serve alongside of them. Here at Ohio Valley Bank, we cherish our employees because they really do want to make a difference in their communities. Why would you bank anywhere else?
Every life tells a story that's worth remembering. Here at McCoy Funeral Home and Workman Monuments, we're honored to walk beside you, serving our community, friends, and families with compassion, care, and dignity. When you need us the most, we're here. Visit McCoymore.com and WorkmanMonuments.com to see how we can help guide you through life's most difficult moments.
All right, welcome back to the top of the second inning. Caldwell leads it 1-0, and they got 1 run on a walk and a base hit, a throwing error, and they lead it 1-0. It'll be Laswell, Holt, and Morocco, and we'll do 1 more. That'll round out the 9 batters. Silas Kane in the hole. So this is Jake Laswell, the second baseman. Mugridge fires, and it's a ball. So 2 balls and no strikes to Jake Laswell. Kel Holt on deck. He's a DH for the third baseman, Wyatt Clark. And that's a ball high. So 3 balls and no strikes now to Laswell. Mugridge fires the 3-0 pitch, and that's in the dirt, and he walked him. So second walk of the ball game for Mugridge, and the leadoff hitter, Jake Laswell, is at first base. That'll bring up the DH for Wyatt Clark, the third baseman. It's Kel Holt. Kel steps in. Jonah Morocco on deck, and that one is the ball. One ball, no strikes. And from the stretch, and a called strike. So Kel Holt, the DH at the plate. Jonah Morocco, the right fielder, on deck. Here's a 1-1 pitch. It's a bunt. Mugridge's going to pick it up, and he fires it to Gilmore, but it is a sacrifice bunt. And so the sacrifice moves Laswell to second base. That'll bring up the right fielder, Jonah Morocco, and Silas Kane, the left fielder, on deck. Jonah works number 2, batting in the 8th spot. Runner at second base, 1 out here in the top of the second inning. First pitch to Morocco is a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Mugridge pitching from the stretch, and that's a called strike at the letters. Silas Kane on deck. Muggeridge with the pitch, and that's going to miss outside the ball. 2 balls and 1 strike to Jonah Morocco, the right fielder. Silas Kane on deck. And that's a called strike. So that'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the second. Laswell leadoff base hit and a sacrifice bunt by Kel Holt. So Laswell at second base. And there's a ground ball to Edwards. Fires it over to Gilmore. That's a 6-3 putout. And the runner Laswell does advance to third base. So a good job of Ethan getting the out, leaving the runner advance a base. And now facing the 9-hole hitter, the left fielder, number 3, Silas Kane. A right-handed batter stepping in for Caldwell. Comes into the ball game at 4-3, 3-1 in the league. And that pitch is inside the ball. One ball, no strikes. And there's now 2 out in the inning. Muggeridge's pitch misses inside the ball. So 2 balls and no strikes. On deck is the pitcher, the leadoff hitter, Cameron Sidwell. Muggeridge gets his signal. And here's the 2-0 pitch. Ground ball to Edwards again. And another 6-3 put out. And that will retire the Redskins. No runs on no hits. One runner left on. No errors, and there was a walk. And that'll do it as we move into the bottom of the second inning. We'll be right back.
Owned and proud to serve Jackson, Ohio, Top Tier Customs is here for all your vehicle needs. From expert car wrap to general maintenance and precision alignments, we do it all with pride and professionalism. Whatever you drive, we'll keep it looking sharp and running right. Call 740-577-0011 today to schedule your appointment. That's 740-577-0011. Top Tier Customs, the top shelf of vehicle uplifting.
This list is going to take forever.
At Home National Bank, we take the stress out of a busy day.
Well, I better get started.
With our detailed online and mobile banking, we can save you time for the important things you need to do. Visit any of our locations at Racine, Syracuse, Middleport, coming soon to Ravenswood, West Virginia.
Go to bank. Got that done. Now that was easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Home National Bank. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's also FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
All right, welcome back to Eastern High School as we move into it's the bottom of the second inning. Caldwell leads it 1-0. They scored, Sidwell struck out in the first inning, but then Starr walked. He stole second and then scored on a base hit and a throwing error from the left fielder. And that did it. 6-3 after that, but it is 1-0 Caldwell as Caleb Abner steps in. And he'll be followed by Blaze Gilmore. This is a Total Media Sports YouTube production. On the field camera, Jericho Rowe, and our producer tonight, Mr. Corbin Wilbur. I'm Rick Ash, and thank you for watching Total Media YouTube. That one fouled out of play by Abner. 2 balls and 1 strike. Blaze Gilmore on deck. And the curveball catches the inside part of the plate. For Caldwell, Lucas Baker at third, Isaac Cool at short, Jake Laswell at second. Guy there, Preston, on the mound. Or at first base, I should say. Cameron Sidwell on the mound. Wyatt Clark behind the plate. Around the outfield, Silas Kane. And left, Kyler Starr and Jonah Morocco. That pitch is outside the dirt. A nice stop there by Clark. So the count now is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Leadoff batter Caleb Abner here in the bottom of the second inning. Sidwell will wind up. Here's the pitch, and that's a called strike. So another backwards K, and that is the third K of the ball game for Sidwell. That'll bring up the first baseman, Blaze Gilmore. Lane 8th of the left fielder on deck. Ball high. Sidwell ready to go, and here's the pitch, and that's a called strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Blaze Gilmore. Here's the pitch, a nice healthy cut, but fouls it back, and that'll put the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lane 8th on deck. Beautiful evening here at Eastern High School. And we welcome the visiting Caldwell Redskins. There's a ground ball. It's a slow one to Cool. Isaac fires it to first, and I believe he got him, and he did. Guyler Preston holds that one in, and that is a 6-3 put out. And that was a slow grounder to the shortstop, Isaac Cool. But he took his time and fired it over to Guyler Preston. And 6-3 put out, now 2 outs. And there's another one hopper to Cool. Cool over to Preston. Another 6-3 put out. And back quickly, the Eagles go down. Nothing going on. And after 2 complete, Caldwell leads at 1-0. We'll be right back.
Wilkesville. We offer free diagnostics, affordable prices, and even payment plans to help get you back on the road. Local shop, honest service, great prices. Call 740-517-2269 today.
Ohio Valley Bank President Larry Miller.
I started working at Ohio Valley Bank 36 years ago, and it truly is a family atmosphere. It's more than just the bottom line numbers. It's about the people. Woody Hayes is famous for saying you win with people, and that's exactly right. People are the difference maker, and I'm proud to serve alongside of them. Here at Ohio Valley Bank, we cherish our employees because they really do want to make a difference in their communities. Why would you bank anywhere else?
Every
Alrighty, welcome back to the top of the 3rd inning. And we're back to the top of the order. It'll be Cameron Sidwell, Kyler Starr, and Isaac Cool. Cameron took a strike looking on 0 for 1, and coming up here now in the top of the 3rd inning. He'll be followed by Kyler Starr, Isaac Cool, and Guyler Preston. That's the first 4 batters for the Redskins, coming into tonight's ball game at 4-3, 3-1 in the league. Eastern coming in at 7-3 and 5-0 in the league. Big win last night at Southern, 14-3. Squaring the bunt, puts it down. Looks like he's got pretty good speed. Mugridge is going to throw it away. And they stopped him there. Let's see what's going on. Didn't go out of play, but there must be a ground rule. Okay, I believe he called Sidwell out for running out of the baseline, or out of the running box, which starts at the 45-foot mark. So Sidwell is going to be recorded as an out. So he called it immediately. So Sidwell, who appeared to have a bunt for a base hit, and then there was a throwing error, and he's called out for being out of the running lane. And I wasn't watching, but Terry was. home plate umpire. He called it immediately. You got the run in the running lane. And it starts, I think, halfway at 45 feet. And there's a fly ball out of play. So running lane violation, we'll call it. Actually, interference call. Interfering with the throw. And, of course, that's a dead ball. Coach Sidwell come out and complained a little bit, but the call was not going to be changed. Kyler Starr at the plate with 1 out. And a count of 3 balls and 2 strikes. He's a lefty facing Trey Muggeridge. Here's the pitch, and that one fouled out of play. Isaac Cool on deck, 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch. That's high ball. And he walked him. So the 3rd walk of the inning, or the 3rd walk of the ball game issued by Muggeridge. And he had 1 in the 1st and 1 in the 2nd, now 1 here in the 3rd. There is 1 out on the interference by the base runner, the batter runner, running out of the runner's lane, which caused the ball to be thrown errantly down the right field line. And that's a dead ball. It was called immediately. Here's the pitch. That one out of play. Or high, I should say, ball. All righty, here's the pitch. And that one popped up out of play. And of course, Corbin, when everybody gets home, everybody's going to be rewinding back to that play right there to see if he got it right. But he was looking straight at it, so guarantee you it was the right call. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Cool, and that one's fouled out of play over the Eastern dugout. Kyler Starr, 1 out walk, is at first base. Isaac steps back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here in the top of the 3rd. Muggeridge is going to fire it over to Gilmore. Pretty close play, but in there safely on his belly. Isaac Cool at the plate. Guyler Preston, the first baseman, on deck. And the pitch. And ball outside. Jerica Rowe on our infield camera. Producer tonight, Corbin Wilbur. Runner goes, and that one's fouled back. Got a pretty decent jump there, but Cool fouls that one out of play. And Starr will hustle back, and we'll do it again. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. See if Coach Sidwell sends him again. And he does. There he goes. Pop up. Edwards is calling for it at shortstop, a few feet into the grass. And pop out to 6. And Starr, who was on the run, had to hustle back to first base. So we're now 2 out and a runner at first base. And Guyler Preston at the plate. 6-3 ground out to Edwards and Gilmore. 6-3 in the first inning. 4-hole hitter. And that's a called strike at the letters. Lucas Baker on deck. 2 out here in the top of the third inning. Caldwell leads at 1-0. Throw over to first base. Back in safely again is Kyler Starr. I thank both coaches, Coach Stewart and Coach Sidwell, for getting me their lineups this afternoon so I could get all the paperwork taken care of. I appreciate that. Runner goes, throw down by Abner. It's a high one. And in there safely with a stolen base is Kyler Starr. So Gyler Preston now at the plate with a runner in scoring position out of second base. Muggeridge fires and a swing and a miss, and he struck him out. So that is the second strikeout of the ball game for Trey Muggeridge. And for Caldwell, no runs, no hits, one left on. There was a walk. And after 2.5 innings of play, Caldwell leads at 1-0 here on Total Media YouTube.
Life tells a story that's worth remembering. Here at McCoy Funeral Home and Workman Monuments, we're honored to walk beside you, serving our community, friends, and families with compassion, care, and dignity. When you need us the most, we're here. Visit McCoymore.com and WorkmanMonuments.com to see how we can help guide you through life's most difficult moments.
Locally owned and proud to serve Jackson, Ohio, Top Tier Customs is here for all your vehicle needs. From expert car wrap to general maintenance and precision alignments, we do it all with pride and professionalism. Whatever you drive, we'll keep it looking sharp and running right. Call 740-577-0011 today to schedule your appointment. That's 740-577-0011. Top Tier Customs, the top shelf of vehicle uplifting.
This list is going to take forever.
At Home National Bank,
All right, welcome back to the bottom of the third inning. The first three batters for Eastern and the bottom third of their lineup. There'll be Trey Muggeridge in the 7th spot, Clayton Moore, and Trace Barnett. He is the DH for the third baseman, Dawson King. And Trey steps in. Here's the first pitch and called strike. Probably the best fastball by Sidwell this evening. That one really popped the mid of Clark. And there's a shot down the left field line. There's a charge into it, but it is going to be foul. And I believe it went over the fence, but in foul territory. 320 down both lines. 360 to dead center, and 340 in the alleys. It's very, very similar to the dimensions at Claflin Stadium at J.C. Cook Park there in Mason, where we were for our last coverage of the Eagles. And that one and I didn't see the whole thing, but I'm going to. Could you tell if that was a base hit or an error, Corbin? I couldn't. So I was blocked out. I'm not sure. Not sure. Okay. We'll give him a hard. That ball was hit hard, and I saw Baker reaching for it. So we'll see what we'll give him a hit there. There's a bunt. It's a sacrifice, and nice job. Sidwell picks it up and fires it over. It's a sacrifice bunt, and gets the runner over to second base now. And that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Trace Barnett, the DH. Batting for the third baseman, Dawson King. Ethan Edwards on deck, 1-0 Caldwell here in the bottom of the third with one out. That one popped up out of play by Barnett. Ethan Edwards on deck. And a little chopper down the third base line is fair. And that will be a hit also. And they got the runner at second base? No, back in safely. So that'll be an infield hit for Trace Barnett. Runner at second base. That's where they took the play, but that's a base hit by Barnett. So 2 hits in the inning, one by Muggeridge, a sacrifice bunt. And now first and second, as Muggeridge was unable to move ahead. First pitch is a ball. It's Ethan Edwards, the leadoff hitter. Pitch from Sidwell, swing and a miss. A healthy cut there by Ethan. He swings through a high fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
This list is going to take forever. This list is going to take forever.
At Home National Bank.
Sidwell from the stretch and does not throw to second. Sidwell from a stretch, 1-1 pitch, and that's a base hit into right field. And let's see if it'll score a run. They're going to bring Muggeridge. There's going to be a play at the plate. If he catches it, they got him, but he could not get it. So an RBI single. And that'll bring home Trey Muggeridge. And had the catcher stayed back and pretty close to a play at the plate. And that'll move our runners up. Barnett to third and Ethan Edwards to second on the throw home. And that was a really nice piece of hitting there. Went with the pitch. It was on the outside part of the plate. Drove it through the gap between Preston and Laswell. So that'll tie the ball game at but 1-1 here in the bottom of the third inning. More runs out there for the Eagles if they can get a couple in with the runners at second and third. That ball is high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and I believe it hit him, and it did. So it hits batsman. And now that will load the bases. So Barnett at third, Edwards at second, Parker Durst hit by a pitch at first base. Hunter Need steps in, the left-handed batter. They throw it to second, and they're going to bring it home, and it's not in time. So coming in score is Trace Barnett on the throwdown to second. Hunter's at first and second now. Hunter Needs at the plate, and another run in on the throw down to second base as they were trying to make a pickoff play. Pickoff at third on the run. Nope. Here comes another runner in, and that is Ethan Edwards scoring. And that was E2 on the throw. Timeout, and for a mound visit, Coach Sidwell will take one as well.
This list is going to take forever.
At Home National Bank, we take the stress out of a busy day.
Well, I better get started.
With our detailed online and mobile banking, we can save you time for the important things you need to do. Visit any of our locations at Racine, Syracuse, Middleport, coming soon to Ravenswood, West Virginia.
Go to bank. Got that done. Now that was easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Home National Bank. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's also FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
Is your car acting up? Don't stress. Bring it to Morris Auto Repair in Wilkesville. We offer free diagnostics, affordable prices, and even payment plans to help get you back on the road. Local shop, honest service, great prices. Call 740-517-2269 today.
Ohio Valley Bank President Larry Miller.
I started Working at Ohio Valley Bank 36 years ago, and it truly is.
All right, 1 ball and no strikes after the mound visit by Coach Sidwell. Hunter Needs fouls that one back. That'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out and 3 runs in here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Edwards, Mugridge, and Barnett have all scored. Been 3 hits in the inning. And there's a shot down the right field line. That'll curve foul. So I'll take the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Hunter Needs 0 for 1, a strikeout in the 1st inning to end the inning. Catcher Caleb Abner on deck. Needs steps back in. Sidwell with the 1-2 delivery. That one popped up. Baker at 3rd has a shot at it and makes the catch in fair territory. So pop out 5. And that'll bring up Blaze Gilmore, 6-3 put out, 0 for 1. And that was back in the last inning, so batting again in back-to-back innings. Was Abner and also Gilmore coming up. I'm sorry, that was Hunter Needs that popped out 5. My bad. Caleb Abner at the plate. The ball's 1 strike, and he looks to run her back. Parker Durst back at second base. So Hunter Needs the 1-2 pitch, popped up to 3rd, and now Abner is going to pop out to first base. So that'll do it for the Eagles. And they do get 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 left on. And there was 1 throwing error. And so after 3 complete, it'll be Eastern 3, Caldwell 1 here on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Ohio Valley Bank President Larry Miller.
I started working at Ohio Valley Bank 36 years ago, and it truly is a family atmosphere. It's more than just the bottom line numbers. It's about the people. Woody Hayes is famous for saying you win with people, and that's exactly right. People are the difference maker, and I'm proud to serve alongside of them. Here at Ohio Valley Bank, we cherish our employees because they really do want to make a difference in their communities. Why would you bank anywhere else?
Every life tells a story that's worth remembering. Here at McCoy Funeral Home and Workman Monuments, we're honored to walk beside you, serving our community, friends, and families with compassion, care, and dignity. When you need us the most, we're here. Visit McCoymore.com and WorkmanMonuments.com to see how we can help guide you through life's most difficult moments.
Locally owned and
All right, welcome back. We have a pitching change for Eastern, and it will be number 9, Braxton Yonker. So Mugridge goes 3 innings, giving up just 1 hit, 1 run, and walked 3. And so Braxton Yonker on the mound for the Eagles now. He'll be facing the 5-hole hitter Lucas Baker, Jake Laswell, and Kel Holt. All righty. Yonker's pitch is the ball. Just 1 hit and the 3 walks. So Mugridge 3 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 run, and 3 base on balls. The only hit was in the 1st inning to drive in by Isaac Cool to drive in Starr, who had walked and moved up with a stolen base. And then the Isaac Cool base hit got him in. That's it for Caldwell. Lucas Baker battling Yonker, 2-1 count. It's going to be a ball high. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Lucas Baker, Braxton Yonker, in relief of Trey Mugridge. Yonker's pitch is a fastball, swing and a miss. So the count full now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Laswell on deck. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And popped up. Edwards going out. Neats coming in. Edwards is going to call for it and take it. So a long pop out 6. And that'll bring up the second baseman, number 11, Jake Laswell. Laswell, right-handed batter. Kel Holt on deck. Yonker's first pitch to Laswell is a called strike. That ball's 1 strike. There is 1 out here in the inning. It just occurred. Lucas Baker pop up. 3-1 Eastern. And now ground ball to third. And All's King is not going to be able to get that one. So that'll be an E5. And Laswell to first base. That'll bring up the designated hitter for the third baseman, Wyatt Clark. It's Kel Holt. Kel steps in. Jonah Morocco on deck. And Silas Kane in the 9th spot awaiting. Here's the pitch, and it's low, a ball. Eastern, 1 out, and Caldwell with a runner at first base. Redskins got out to a 1-0 lead, and then in the third, Eastern scores 3 to make it 3-1. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Yonker, 1-1 pitch to Kel Holt. It's a ball in the dirt, and that's going to be a wild pitch that allows the runner to advance to second base. Laswell now at second with 1 out. Kel Holt at the plate, and Jonah Morocco on deck. Silas Kane in the hole. 2 balls, 1 strike. Quick moving game. Top of the 4th. Ground ball short. Edwards. And a 6-3 put out. And Ethan's had 2 putouts in the first, 2 in the second, and 1 in pop out there in the 3rd inning by Cool, and now a pop out and a 6-3 put out by Edwards. So he's been real busy at shortstop tonight, catching fly balls and throwing runners out. Morocco is swinging a miss. No balls and 1 strike, 2 out. Silas Kane, the left fielder, on deck. Yonker, and he's going to pop him up, and Gilmore's going to call for it. And not sure who caught that. I believe it was Gilmore. Got blocked out again. So we'll do a pop out 3, whether it's right or not. All righty, so no runs and no hits. There was an error and 1 left on. And after 3.5 innings of play, Eastern 3 and Caldwell 1. We'll be right back after these messages.
Proud to serve Jackson, Ohio. Top Tier Customs is here for all your vehicle needs. From expert car wrap to general maintenance and precision alignments, we do it all with pride and professionalism. Whatever you drive, we'll keep it looking sharp and running right. Call 740-577-0011 today to schedule your appointment. That's 740-577-0011. Top Tier Customs, the top shelf of vehicle uplifting.
This list is going to take forever.
At Home National Bank, we take the stress out of a busy day.
Well, I better get started.
With our detailed online and mobile banking, we can save you time for the important things you need to do. Visit any of our locations at Racine, Syracuse, Middleport, coming soon to Ravenswood, West Virginia.
Go to bank. Got that done. Now that was easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Home National Bank. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's also FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
Is your car...
All right, welcome back. We're being attacked by bugs. Corbin, you're alive. You're fine. All right, it's Blaze Gilmore, Lane Atha, and Trey Muggeridge. It should be able to be Braxton Yonker. And just foul on a hopper past Baker at third. Definitely in foul territory. All righty. The ball's one strike. And that one a ball. One ball, one strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. High ball. 2 balls, 1 strike to Blaze Gilmore. Grounded out to Cool. 6-3 to Preston. And a nice fastball there by Sidwell. And that's fouled out of play. So that will even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Overcast skies here tonight at Eastern High School. Perfect weather. Slight breeze in the air, and temperature's very, very manageable here tonight. That one in the dirt, a ball. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Actually says it's 84 here. Temperature in Reedsville. Didn't feel like it was that hot, but a little bit of a breeze, and it's really nice. 3 balls and 2 strikes after that foul off, and that's going to be ball, and he walked him. So Gilmore with a great eye and battled for that walk. That'll bring up the left fielder, Lane Atha. And he'll be followed by Trey Muggeridge is going to go ahead and bat. And that's a wild pitch. Allows Gilmore to get to second base. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Lane Atha. And a ground ball to Cool. He's going to go to third, and he dropped there by the third baseman. I think he wanted to apply the tag to first. So Lane Atha on the fielder's choice at first base. Blaze Gilmore at third, and that goes an E5. That'll bring up Trey Muggeridge. So Trey back into the ball game. Or into the ball game. All righty, runners at first and third for the Eagles. Runner goes, pop up in the infield. They got a shot at the double play if they hurry. If that ball comes down to first, and no throw. So pop out in the infield, and runners hold. And that's 1 out. So that was the perfect thing to happen for the Redskins. Pop up in the infield. First and third, now with 1 out. Clayton Moore scoring the bunt. Runner goes, and no throw. So that'll be a stolen base by Atha. And Clayton Moore steps back in, the left-handed batter, right fielder. And that one out of play. All right, Clayton back in. Trace Barnett on deck. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that one fouled out of play. Trace Barnett on deck is the DH, and he's batting for the third baseman, Dawson King. Here's the pitch, way out of the strike zone, a ball. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and misses outside the ball. So count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fires at second and third for the Eagles. Here's the pitch. And Clayton Moore protecting the plate. A couple hits over at Wahama last week, I believe. Shows great bat control. Usually gets the bat on the ball somewhere. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a pop-up to Cool at short. And that is out number 2 of the inning. So Caldwell trying to get out of it. Trace Barnett with a base hit down the third baseline in his first at bat in the third. So he's 1 for 1, right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. Ground ball down the first base line. That's a fair ball. So he did it the third. Now he does the first. Barnett, a 2 RBI single. And 2 runners score. Gilmore and all right, Gilmore and eighth to score. That's a 2 RBIs for Trace Barnett. (5-1) now, Eagles. Back to the top of the order with Ethan Edwards. They throw to second. Boy, really close. But Barnett back in. Barnett cleaned the bases. With that double down the right field line. Just inside the, actually hit in fair territory and bounced over the first base bag. And there's a base hit by Edwards. Coach Stewart is waving home Barnett. Ball's cut off by Baker. And in the second base, on the throw goes Ethan Edwards. So another run in. And now it's 6-1. Ethan Edwards, after taking a called strike 3 in his first at bat, has 2 base hits now. Couple RBI. Parker Durst at the plate. Takes a called strike on the inside corner. Hunter Needs on deck. Play at second again. Back safely is Edwards. Three runs in the inning. Double by Barnett and a single by Ethan Edwards after a walk. And one hopper down to Coach Stewart. He hauls that one in. All right, Parker Durst facing an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And they throw down the third, and another stolen base. Okay, I'm not sure what that call was. So he calls Parker Durst out. Not sure what happened. I think he called interference on the batter, maybe. So that'll do it for the Eagles. They do get 3 runs on 2 hits. And there was 1 walk issued, and that'll do it for the Eagles. After 4 complete, they lead it by a score of 6-1. We'll be right back.
Acting up? Don't stress. Bring it to Morris Auto Repair in Wilkesville. We offer free diagnostics, affordable prices, and even payment plans to help get you back on the road. Local shop, honest service, great prices. Call 740-517-2269 today.
Ohio Valley Bank President Larry Miller.
I started working at Ohio Valley Bank 36 years ago, and it truly is a family atmosphere. It's more than just the bottom line numbers. It's about the people. Woody Hayes is famous for saying you win with people, and that's exactly right. People are the difference maker, and I'm proud to serve alongside of them. Here at Ohio Valley Bank, we cherish our employees because they really do want to make a difference in their communities. Why would you bank anywhere else?
Every lifetime.
All right, welcome back. And the last call for that last out as Edwards was stealing was a batter interference with the catcher and the batter. Catcher tried to throw and the batter was moving. He can stay in that box. He just has to stand still. And once you start moving around, you're susceptible to that call right there. So that ended the inning. The Eagles did get 3 runs on 2 hits. There was one error and a walk. And we're ready to go here in the top of the 5th now. So Trey Muggeridge went to third base. So Dawson King came out of the ball game when Braxton Yonker came in. I believe that was a call. But nonetheless, Muggeridge is at third now. And Braxton Yonker on the mound. Called strike. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Caldwell with 1 in the first inning. Eastern with 3 in the third and 3 in the fourth. And there's a little looper over the head of Muggeridge down the left field line for a base hit by Silas Kane. So Cy with a base hit. That'll bring up Cameron Sidwell, leadoff batter. So great job by the 9-hole hitter, Silas Kane. And that sets the table for the top of the order. And Cameron Sidwell was called out on strikes and then was called out for batter interference for running out of the lane on the throw from the catcher to first base. So that was the call there. Then the last call we had was batter interference as Edwards was heading for third. And that ended that inning. Cameron Sidwell takes a called strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Braxton Yonker in relief of Trey Muggeridge, who went 3 innings, gave up 1 hit, 1 run, and walked 3. And now that pitch misses outside the ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And runner goes, and diving in safely is Silas Kane. So he'll get credit with a stolen base. And the count now runs to 3 balls and 2 strikes to leadoff hitter Cameron Sidwell. Cam, a right-handed batter. Yonker comes set, takes a peek, and curveball took a little bit off of it. And Blaze Gilmore is going to field it. So that's 3 unassisted. Silas Kane does move up to third base on the ground out. And that'll bring up Kyler Starr, left-handed batter who has walked twice. Scored the first run of the ball game and only run of the ball game for Caldwell. Isaac Cool on deck. And that's low ball. So we've had a base runner called out for interference, and we've had a batter called out for interference. Those outs calls 1 on each team. Throw down the third is not in time. Kyler Starr, as we said, has walked once and scored the only run of the ball game. Isaac Cool on deck. Here's the pitch. That one fouled back to run the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's a 2-1 pitch and misses outside the ball. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Kyler Starr, who's already walked twice and got a great eye at the plate. 3-1 pitch from Yonker. Called strike. So that runs the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. 6-1 Eagles. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Took a little bit off of a curveball. Fly ball out of play. Definitely deep enough if it was caught to score a run. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Eastern leads at 6-1. Yonker's curveball is batted foul again down the third baseline. Takes a lot off the pitch when he throws that curveball. Kyler Starr at the plate, the lefty. Full count pitch and drilled into deep left field and foul. So well hit ball, and Kyler Starr continues to battle with Braxton Yonker. All righty, Starr back in. We'll rewind it again. Full count pitch, a curveball, and he struck him out. And Eastern allows a run to score. I'm not sure what that was all about. All right, so what happened there was that the catcher was unsure whether the ball hit the dirt or not, and Coach Stewart was arguing he did not hear a definite out call from the umpire. So that does allow the run to score. And now Isaac Cool at the plate. Number 10. So Kyler Starr does strike out. And then there was some indecision with the umpire and Caleb Abner. And Caleb didn't know whether he had dropped the ball or not, or whether it hit the dirt. So he goes ahead and throws it to first, and the run scores. So heads up base running by Silas Kane. So 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 out. Curveball, and that's a base hit up the middle. So that would have scored the runner either way. And it's a 2-out base hit by Isaac Cool. That'll bring up Gyler Preston, first baseman, who was 0 for 2. Grounded to Edwards at short and a strikeout in the third. So Caldwell does have a run in, 6-2 now. And a swing and a miss on a big curveball by Braxton Yonker. And he's going to throw that ball to a right-handed batter all night long, I would think. Throws it again, but misses outside the ball. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner at first base is Isaac Cool. 2 out in the inning. We're here in the top of the 5th. Eastern leads it 6-2. At the plate is 4-hole cleanup hitter Gyler Preston. And the pitch. And ground ball to second, and he got him. So Parker Durst, after bobbling it, does recover. Gets the 4-3 out for the third inning, or for the third out of the inning. So for Caldwell, they did get one run on 2 base hits and no errors and 1 left on. And after 4.5 innings of play, Eastern leads at 6-2 here on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Every life tells a story that's worth remembering. Here at McCoy Funeral Home and Workman Monuments, we're honored to walk beside you, serving our community, friends, and families with compassion, care, and dignity. When you need us the most, we're here. Visit McCoymore.com and WorkmanMonuments.com to see how we can help guide you through life's most difficult moments.
Locally owned and proud to serve Jackson, Ohio, Top Tier Customs is here for all your vehicle needs. From expert car wrap to general maintenance and precision alignments, we do it all with pride and professionalism. Whatever you drive, we'll keep it looking sharp and running right. Call 740-577-0011 today to schedule your appointment. That's 740-577-0011. Top Tier Customs, the top shelf of vehicle uplifting.
This list is going to take.
All right, welcome back to Eastern High School as we go into the bottom of the 5th inning. Eagles lead it by a score of 6-2. Caldwell did get a run in the first, and then they got a run in the 5th inning on those 2 hits. And they've left a runner in 4 consecutive innings. Sidwell pitch to Hunter Needs. No balls and 2 strikes. That one in the dirt. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch to Needs. And that's called a ball. Good speed on that one from Cam Sidwell. 2 balls and 1 strike. In the bottom of the 5th inning. Called strike. Hunter Needs the lefty facing the righty Cameron Sidwell. Sidwell's ready to go. That one low ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. And he strikes him out. So they'll bring up cleanup hitter number 10, the catcher, Caleb Abner. 0 for 2. Strikeout looking and a pop up to Preston at first base. Cold strike on a curveball. Blaze Gilmore on deck. 1 out here in the 5th. And that's a ground ball to Baker at third. Going to have to hurry. And he gets him. So 5-3 put out. Lucas Baker, even though it was slowly hit, took his time and made a nice throw to Gyler Preston at first base and retired Abner. That'll bring up the first baseman, Blaze Gilmore. 0 for 1 on a walk and scored a run. Pop up to Laswell at second, and that quickly, it's over for the Eagles. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. And after 5 complete, Eastern Eagles lead the Caldwell Redskins by a score of 6-2. We'll be right back.
Forever.
At Home National Bank, we take the stress out of a busy day.
Well, I better get started.
With our detailed online and mobile banking, we can save you time for the important things you need to do. Visit any of our locations at Racine, Syracuse, Middleport, coming soon to Ravenswood, West Virginia.
Go to bank. Got that done. Now that was easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Home National Bank. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's also FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
Is your car acting up? Don't stress. Bring it to Morris Auto Repair in Wilkesville. We offer free diagnostics, affordable prices, and even payment plans to help get you back on the road. Local shop, honest service, great prices. Call 740-517-2269 today.
Ohio Valley Bank President Larry Miller.
I started working at Ohio Valley Bank.
Alrighty, welcome back. 6-2 here in the top of the sixth inning. Braxton Yonker on the mound. For the Redskins, it'll be Lucas Baker, Jake Laswell, and Kel Holt. Alrighty. Trey Muggery started the ball game for the Eagles. He pitched 3 innings, gave up 1 hit, 1 run, and walked 3. For the Eastern Eagles, coming in at 7-3 and 5-0 in the hockey division. Eastern had a big win last night. I believe it was 14-3 over the Southern Tornadoes. And before that, defeated Leesburg Fairfield 23-2. So the Eagles could be winners of 5 out of 6 if they win this one. And what a game at Wahama that was. A walk-off score in the bottom of the 7th for the White Falcons to defeat the Eagles 9-8. That was just a great ball game to call and to watch. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lucas Baker, curveball, and got him swinging. What a great pitch there by Braxton Yonker. That'll bring up number 11, the second baseman, Jake Laswell. Kel Holt on deck. Laswell with a walk and reached on error, 0 for 1. So he's been on base twice. And Yonker fires one high a ball. And that one low ball. So we're down to 8 outs left in this ball game if the Eagles can maintain this lead. Here in the top of the 6th, 1 out. And there's a 3-hopper to the right side. What a nice play there by Parker Durst. And you won't see that any better anywhere else than that. Moving to his left, going down, capturing the baseball, and then firing it over to his first baseman, Blaze Gilmore, for a 3-4 put out. And major league play there by Parker Durst. 6-2 Eagles lead it here in 2 outs now in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss by Kel Holt at the plate. 0 for 1, a 6-3 ground out and a sacrifice bunt in the first inning, or second inning, I should say. Curveball at the letters, a called strike. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the top of the 6th. Yonker's curveball, swing and a miss. And Yonker's doing a great job. 2 strikeouts in the inning. No runs, no hits, and nothing going on for Caldwell. So after 5.5 innings of play, Eastern still leads at 6-2 here on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Ohio Valley Bank President Larry Miller.
I started working at Ohio Valley Bank 36 years ago, and it truly is a family atmosphere. It's more than just the bottom line numbers. It's about the people. Woody Hayes is famous for saying you win with people, and that's exactly right. People are the difference maker, and I'm proud to serve alongside of them. Here at Ohio Valley Bank, we cherish our employees because they really do want to make a difference in their communities. Why would you bank anywhere else?
Every life tells a story that's worth remembering. Here at McCoy Funeral Home and Workman Monuments, we're honored to walk beside you, serving our community, friends, and families with compassion, care, and dignity. When you need us the most, we're here. Visit McCoymore.com and WorkmanMonuments.com to see how we can help guide you through life's most difficult moments.
Locally owned and proud.
All right, welcome back to the bottom of the sixth inning here at Eastern High School. 6-2 Eastern, and the first three batters for the Eagles will be Lane Atha, Trey Muggeridge, the third baseman, and Clayton Moore, the right fielder. And in the hole will be Trace Barnett. So Atha, Muggeridge, Moore, and Barnett. First four batters here in the sixth inning. Caldwell down to their last three outs. 6-2. And Braxton Yonkers come in and just done a really nice job. 3 innings of work, and he's just given up 2 hits. Both of those were in 1 inning. Alrighty, so we're ready to go. Lane Atha, the left fielder, steps in. Sidwell's gone the distance. No, that is now in the ball game. That is a base hit into right field by Atha. And on the mound, and that is number 10, I believe. Isaac Cool. So Cool and Sidwell have just traded places. And that goes for a ball. At the plate is Trey Muggeridge, third baseman, starting pitcher. 1 run, 3 innings pitched, 1 hit, 3 walks. Braxton Yonker in relief. And there's a base hit in the left field by Trey Muggeridge. And that'll bring up Clayton Moore. Sacrifice bunt and a pop out to the shortstop in his last at bat back in the 4th inning. Clayton Moore at the plate, the lefty. Here's the pitch. Runner does not go. And 2 balls and no strikes to Clayton Moore. Here's the pitch by Isaac Cool. Three balls and 1 strike now to Clayton Moore. Here's the pitch, and ball 4, he walked him. So that'll load the bases. On the base on balls issued to Clayton Moore. Trace Barnett, 2 for 2, puts the bat on the ball again to the shortstop. And Sidwell, the first base. And good hustle there by Trace Barnett to beat that one out. Barnett reaches first on a fielder's choice. And that does score Lane Atha. and moves everybody up. So first and third. Moves Muggeridge up to third base. Alrighty, we're ready to go again. Ethan Edwards at the plate, leadoff hitter. Squares the bunt. Runner goes. Throw down to Sidwell. It's short. Nothing going on there. All right. That puts runners at second and third now for the Eagles. On the stolen base by Barnett. Parker, one out here in the bottom of the sixth inning. So 1-1 pitch. Ground ball right side and picked up by the first baseman. And he does get it over to Laswell, I believe. Yep. Nice play there. So that goes 3-4 for the out. 2 out now. And let's score another run. Barnett now moving to third. At the plate is Parker Durst. Hit by a pitch and then was called out for batter's interference. Grounded to Laswell second. (8-2) Eagles here in the sixth. And shot off the glove of Cool. Laswell can't get to it, and that's going to go as a base hit for Parker Durst. And that scores another run. And that makes it 9-2 now. Hunter Need steps in, the lefty. 0 for 3. And a healthy cut there. Fouled out of play. Parker Durst back to first. Three hits in the inning for the Eagles. Ball high. So Isaac Cool in relief of Sidwell. Throw over to first base, and he is called safe. Throw over again. Safe again. (9-2). Ground ball to Laswell. It's going to get through for a base hit. Runner goes to third, and the throw goes to third. And so Hunter Needs all the way to second on the throw. So 2 out, and runners at second and third. Parker Durst at third. Hunter Needs at second. And now to bring up number 10, the catcher, Caleb Abner. And Abner is 0 for 3, strikeout, and I'll pop out to Preston at first base, and a 5-3 put out Baker to Preston. Here's the first pitch to Abner, swinging a foul off. 9-2 Eagles, and got 4 outs left to go in this ball game. If the Eagles can maintain this lead. Never say never. Did a ball game with up to Chillicothe. The Eagles were behind by, I believe, 10 or 11 runs with 2 out. They come back and tied it up and won the game. Low ball. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Now Cool steps back off. 2-1. Uh-oh, they throw it away at third base, and that's going to score both runners. So yeah, let's see what Caleb Abner to plate. That one gets away. Here's the pitch to Abner. Fly ball into right field. And can't get there. It's a base hit and the run scores. And they throw him out at second base. And the run scores. All righty. So 5 runs on, looks like 4 hits for the Eagles. And after 6 complete, it's 11-2. After 6 complete, and we'll be right back.
Serve Jackson, Ohio. Top Tier Customs is here for all your vehicle needs. From expert car wrap to general maintenance and precision alignments, we do it all with pride and professionalism. Whatever you drive, we'll keep it looking sharp and running right. Call 740-577-0011 today to schedule your appointment. That's 740-577-0011. Top Tier Customs, the top shelf of vehicle uplifting.
This list is going to take forever.
At Home National Bank, we take the stress out of a busy day.
Well, I better get started.
With our detailed online and mobile banking, we can save you time for the important things you need to do. Visit any of our locations at Racine, Syracuse, Middleport, coming soon to Ravenswood, West Virginia.
Go to bank. Got that done. Now that was easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Home National Bank. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's also FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
Is your car acting up? Don't stress. Bring it to Morris Auto Repair in Wilkesville. We offer free diagnostics, affordable prices, and even payment plans to help get you.
All right, welcome back as we go into the top of the 7th inning. Eagles in that last inning went into the inning leading 6-0, and they played 5 runs, and it's now 11-2. Already, first 3 batters will be the 8, 9, and 1, Jonah Morocco, Silas Kane, and Cameron Sidwell. Here in the 7th. And that's misses a ball. Yonkers pitch, curveball, and catches the inside part of the plate. And that one fouled out of play. Morocco, Kane, and Sidwell. And we're ready to go. Ball misses outside. Morocco at the plate. 8, 9, and 1. Kane on deck. Low ball. 11-2 Eagles. Three balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Ground ball to Edwards on the short hop. Nice job to Gilmore, and he got him. 6-3 put out, and that was a tough play there by Edwards as he got caught with a short hop. Holds it in and fires it to Gilmore for the out. That'll bring up 9-hole hitter, number 3, Silas Kane. Size 1 for 2, a base hit in the 5th inning. 6-3 ground out in the 2nd. And a called strike. And a swing and a miss. And the pitch, and he got him. So a strikeout, one out to go. And at the plate is Cameron Sidwell. 4 strikeout for Yonker since he's came in the 4th inning. Sidwell over 3. And here's the pitch, and that's a called strike. Catches the inside part of the plate. And a called strike. And the pitch, and swing and a miss. He struck him out. So that's all right. That'll do it. 2 strikeouts inning for Braxton Yonker, and we'll take a break, and we'll come back for the Workman Monument postgame show here on Total Media.
Back on the road. Local shop, honest service, great prices. Call 740-517-2269 today.
Ohio Valley Bank President Larry Miller.
I started working at Ohio Valley Bank 36 years ago, and it truly is a family atmosphere. It's more than just the bottom line numbers. It's about the people. Woody Hayes is famous for saying you win with people, and that's exactly right. People are the difference maker, and I'm proud to serve alongside of them. Here at Ohio Valley Bank, we cherish our employees because they really do want to make a difference in their communities. Why would you bank anywhere else?
Every life tells a story that's worth remembering. Here at McCoy Funeral Home and Workman Monuments, we're honored to walk beside you, serving our community, friends, and families with compassion, care, and dignity. When you need us the most, we're here. Visit McCoymore.com and WorkmanMonuments.com to see how we can help guide you through life's most difficult moments.
Locally owned and proud to serve Jackson, Ohio, Top Tier Customs is here for all your vehicle needs. From expert car wrap to general maintenance and precision alignments, we do it all with pride and professionalism. Whatever you drive, we'll keep it looking sharp and running right. Call 740-577-0011 today to schedule your appointment. That's 740-577-0011. Top Tier Customs, the top shelf of vehicle uplifting.
This list is going to take forever.
At Home National Bank, we take the stress out of a busy day.
Well, I better get started.
With our detailed online and mobile banking, we can save you time for the important things you need to do. Visit any of our locations at Racine, Syracuse, Middleport, coming soon to Ravenswood, West Virginia.
Go to bank. Got that done. Now that was easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Home National Bank. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's also FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
Is your car acting up?
All right, welcome back to Eastern High School for the Workman Monument Company postgame show. Eastern wins it by a score of 11-2. And we'll start out by looking at the hitters for Caldwell. Muggeridge and Yonker combined for a 3-hitter. Isaac Cool with 2 hits and Silas Kane with a hit. So those were the 3 hits, and those were all singles for the Redskins. Cam Sidwell pitched 5 innings. He gave up 5 hits, 6 runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Isaac Cool pitched 1 inning, gave up 5 hits, 5 runs, walked 1, and struck out none. For the Eastern Eagles, they getting hits by Ethan Edwards with 2, Parker Durst with 1, Hunter Needs with 1, Caleb Abner with 1, Lane Atha with 1, Trey Muggeridge with 2, Clayton Moore with none, and Trace Barnett with 2. So 11 hits for the Eagles. Pitching for the Eagles tonight, Trey Muggeridge started on the mound, went 3 innings, gave up 1 hit, 1 run, walked 3, and struck out 1. Braxton Yonker came on in relief and pitched 4 innings, and he gave up 2 hits, 1 run, walked none, and struck out 5. So that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. It is 11-2 win for the Eastern Eagles. We want to thank our sponsors, Home National Bank, Morris Auto Repair, Top Tier Customs, Workman Monument Company in Gallipolis and Benton, and Ohio Valley Bank. Ohio Valley Bank, Workman Monument, Top Tier Customs, Morris Auto Repair, and Home National Bank. Thank you so much for helping us bring our watchers and listeners high school baseball here on Total Media YouTube. That'll do it for our broadcast tonight. We want to thank our camera person tonight was Jericho Rowe, our producer Corbin Wilbur. I'm Rick Ash. God bless you and have a great tomorrow.